What's up, peeps? Halkhan here. We are streaming again. We need to go to King's Landing. That's the last thing Charles said before I had to log out. Yeah. So I'm going to go silent here for a bit because once I'm loading the game, my microphone goes a little bit crazy. Okay, we're back. And live. Yeah. Yeah. The only way out of here is this, fortunately. Come on, take me up. There we go. And then we'll just run this way. So we're going to King's Landing, because that's where Charles said he was going to be going. And I needed to go and hang out and see what was going on. I think Melvis might have went with him, but I don't know, because I had to log out. So we're still getting textures and stuff to load in. It'll take them a minute. I gotta find my kitty. That's not my kitty. That's not my kitty. I think this is my kitty. Tiberius. Oh, we got another level. That is just superficial.
Well,
Let's go ahead.
I really don't know your
Movement.
Uncle Seth or Aunt Mallory very well. Unfortunately, I've only met them twice on the road, and each time might have been an unfortunate event.
Alright, let's close that.
I suppose. The other tricks was
What's everybody think?
I can't see.
Alright, I should have some meat on my cat. Where is the
My
load?
eyebrows white?
Close the one. Alright, to King's Landing we go. Most direct route. That's the most dangerous route. What is this? You got lots of stuff. A little weight is a little heavy, not bad. King's Landing. It's the southern tip. I missed. Well, that's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you just miss. Sweet. Give me some weight here. I think we can move faster if we want to. There we go. That'll help out a bit. Wow. I'm gonna have to dress the part if I'm gonna go to King's Landing. What would I do if I were playing this game in this world and I wasn't a builder? What would be my next option? I'm not ready to be a lord or a leader of any kind. Ranger would be somewhat interesting. This is the red wall, isn't it? Yep. Ah! I'm learning my way around. The red wall. Oops, I crashed. I hit the sign. I get it. What does this say? Okay. There's some stuff here. I think they were more spread out at one point, and then someone stopped them. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that was. Fly, kitty. We just jumped that entire thing. That was really cool. Alright. King's Landing is on one of these islands over here. Well, that wasn't a very good jump. Kind of hit our head jumping. I think this is King's Landing in here. We'll go up to the top there. Maybe not. Hold on. There's a bird. That means they're from the Vale. Look, another sign. Yep. King's Landing, I think, is on that side of the bridge, or river. I guess we'll get some stamina since we're out. I did see a bird rider riding away. Yep, I think this is it. I think I'm gonna find my way in. Do they have stables? Well, we get a little bit of lag here. Just a wee bit. Alright, let's go ahead and make ourselves presentable. Okay. For sale pen. King's Landing mail. Blue-handled swords. This is the Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and wide around. Oh, we probably gotta go up there somehow. I have no idea how to get up there. Never been up there. Something tells me it's on the other side. Is this like the stables visitors? It's hard to say. This doesn't get us to where we need to be. We gotta go around the other way. We sure have a lot of stuff. So, I don't know what's gonna happen. Oh, I see. There's a lot of people here.
Hello.
Hi there. Oh, you're up there.
How can I help you down there?
Yes, the name is Halkhan. I believe that Lord Charles Mallister is here for a meeting, and unfortunately I fell behind because of some things I had no control over.
Alright, can you give me 1 second to go up there and let them know you're here?
Yes. Okay, we're gonna see if we can't. Oh, there's a dragon. We're gonna see if I can't get ourselves inside this meeting. I think Charles was planning on me being here. Melbus is here. Slash is here. Who the hell is that? King's Landing. King's Landing. Melbus is here. Varus is here. I like the fact that they're using the houses like that. That's good. Wish they were all like that, but not all of them are. Whose cat is that? Timber? Yep. That's the maester from the Timberlands.
Alright, Halkhan, if you'd come with me.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, could you just whistle your cat to be docile too, please?
Sure. There, that should have done
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you, my prince.
saying, "Father, father, father." Gates, or Gats, correcting himself. Hey, how?
Hi. Sorry I'm late.
So
Other
we
than
do have.
Charlie, is there an event that would link all of these people together? Is there something they were all present for? Because I find it odd that Eden would be on that list, but not Lady Holly when they're both equal leadership of Winterfell.
Funded all.
Well,
Doesn't make any sense.
Only event that I can think of that might possibly link them together was, I believe they were all present when Queen Daenerys and Prince Consort Tarek were wed.
I think.
That would seem like an odd connection, as Sunspear and Kingsgrave were there as well.
It would have to be something with Charlie. I'm gonna have to ask Eden Holly to find out if there was something with Charlie that Eden was present for that Holly was not.
Let's see if we can get a better view here by...
What
Which
confuses
number
me is
was...
Darvin being on here. Duke Timbers. He's not taking a stand on anything, really. If nothing else, he's been striving to be incredibly neutral in most things.
So we
These
have
other names are far more important than he is.
4 maesters.
Yes.
So from Eden's own lips, when I spoke to him last night, the only person he could possibly think of in all the people of all the kingdoms that would want to have him killed would be Charlie. He did not elaborate why, but he felt that that was the only possibility.
Looking at this list, I would say that if this is a target list, the first target would be number 6, not number 1. It is the hardest target.
Well, we discussed that. We discussed that this morning, and although it'd be the hardest target, it would rally Sunspear and Kingsgrave against Charlie and whoever is backing him. Because even though he is
the first target,
taken the Targaryen name,
now that the list
he
exists,
is
any target that's hit is going to rally everyone.
We're into politics.
But
that
as
is
you
true,
go
but
up, it's going from easiest to hardest.
yes.
Don't let Rezzy say
And and each person hit will make it easier to get the final 2.
I think so. I think the hardest is number 5, Queen Daenerys. It takes a lot of wolves to go through a dragon. I assume there's not enough wolves to go through a dragon, let alone 3.
Yeah, who are 3 and 4 again?
3 is Lord Eden Zane, or excuse me, Duke Valerius Valerian, and 4 is Lord Eden Zane.
Is it possible that 3 and 4 are a pardon instead of a threat?
What did the billboard say? 1 and 2 is something. 3 and 4 are
About the
alive.
Raven
One and
with me.
1, 2, liars are you. 3, 4,
No, traitors
liars
are
no
you.
more. Or traitors are you. 3 or 4, liars no more. 5, 6, your deaths are fixed. Man cannot hide in the dark.
Man with a
No, it
mark
says man with
best
mark
hide in the
cannot
dark.
hide in the dark. Right.
Best hide in the dark.
And I assume that
suppose it's depending
these-
on how you read it. The 3 and 4 liars no more could be a pardon, saying that at first they were liars and now they're not, for whatever reason.
Free to speak.
But
Okay, so it says.
The only real threat is to 5 and 6. The rest is words, right?
Right. Right.
And even then, we're looking at words on a billboard or on a scrap of paper. This is all speculation. This could be a child doing it.
I agree, but I can't tell him that.
I understand the concern, but the last set of notes never amounted to anything.
there have been also some notes sent to individuals of several kingdoms that
Excuse me.
amount to instructions for an assassination with directions to make it appear as if it was someone from the, to quote the text of the note, the Iron Islands.
Well, of course, if you were going to stage an assassination, you would try to pin it on the Iron Isles. They're in the least favor. Yes? We know they're
Actually,
connected.
they've been rather quiet lately and haven't been causing much trouble. Stoneward has been causing more trouble than the Iron Islands lately.
Well, last time the Iron Isles started to flex their muscles, they were met by, what, 12 knights and 12 hunters sitting on the beach saying, "Hey, nice to see you." They pretty much shut up after that.
They have taken multiple kingdoms before, though. There was one time where the Iron Islands took storms on the Vale and Winterfell.
I'm not saying they're not a threat. I'm just saying that this summer, when they flexed their muscles, they were met with a sizable force.
And if not, I'm not that mistaken, that force was just a essentially an honor guard. That wasn't the full might that could be rallied.
It was an honor guard. We had a lot of people at that beach when that day happened. They were intimidated by the token few that we sent for the meeting. I don't think that the Iron Isles will risk going against us directly.
You know, I believe that I walked in on the end of that, now that I'm remembering. That was on the shore outside, like in between Winterfell and the islands, correct?
It was right outside your shores, yes.
This room
Yes.
could
Lucky to be there, I
Remember that
suppose.
now.
2 tiles more narrow, and
But the show of strength was great. I don't
Two
think the Iron
narrows.
Isles would willingly.
2 tiles shorter.
Well, they won't be direct.
I know what I had pillars
No,
on the sides to give it.
The other the other way a list like this would work is if you hit all 6 at the same time.
I'm not sure what you're saying, brother.
Well, the only way a list like this would work, if you hit any single one, the other ones on the list would buckle down.
Yes, they would,
If you
as
hit-
I've heard told, turn turtle.
Yes. If you hit all 6 simultaneously, it would be harder to defend all of them.
How could this
I don't
even be
know
possible?
how that would be
though?
possible.
They're so far
I
apart from each other.
it take a rather large group working together.
So here we
There
go.
was this Black Hand gathering, or was it the Black Watch that was gathering intel every kingdom a short time ago?
Can't just take out Daenerys. I mean, the dragons exist. We've seen them. They're over our heads. He's the one that keeps them in control. If the whole world
Especially
burns.
if, like Charlie, you have nothing left to lose.
But
Since
the
Charlie got his memory
other notes
back,
were
he's
quite,
been going slowly insane. I
Yes,
don't think we
says-
can assume that he's thinking rationally.
Well, before the storm, when he became back to Westeros and got his memories back, he seemed to have a penchant for playing. Beginning this summer, he's upped his game, so to speak, and the notes and billboards all seem to be part of some elaborate game that someone is playing, whether it's Charlie or someone else. It is quite the elaborate game. We just have to figure out what rules he has.
I'm sorry, we may not know that it's a he. It could be a she.
Well, he in
Valid point,
a
really.
non-gender specific way.
In the same way that you say you are man, but you don't necessarily need to be male.
Then
Interjected.
Perhaps we need to think about this the opposite way.
I interjected.
If all 6 of those people are distracted and doing something else, what kingdom would become easiest? How would they benefit from keeping all 6 of those kingdoms?
the veil is impenetrable from any direction but one, they currently have only one knight.
And they have Lord Jasper leading. Who is a fine man, but not a military strategist. There's a kingdom to invade, and I'm not saying there should be. The Vale would be the weakest, I would expect.
I mean, there's Sunspear, but
Well, if it's a matter of armies, then why is Rez on there? He doesn't necessarily conduct any armies, and if it is about armies and it's Rez who's going after, then why even add the king and queen? Most likely wherever their armies are, they will be distracted with.
how close
Well, I
is
think
the
Rez
Prince
is on the list
Consort
as a to achieve vindication for the treachery that he feels that Rez played, because he did betray Charlie from information that he received from Charlie last summer.
Sorry I'm late.
Welcome. And it appears that
close is
Lord
the
Malister
Prince
is
Consort to his
arousing.
How close is the Prince Consort to his brother?
The Prince Consort and his cousin, Prince Aaron, they are close.
If he's captured, how much leverage would that give them?
Well, Tarek is a very just and honorable man. His own daughter was accused of treachery in Casterly Rock
Welcome,
and
Lord
was
John.
sent to the wall. And after hearing testimony, he agreed to send his own daughter to the wall.
Here, you can sit down.
So it's just occurred to me that if these 6 people are all trying to defend themselves and each other, so that would leave Sunspear exposed. And then Prince there may be able to boost as a pawn.
Okay, so that's what I think. This is what I think. There's a note.
Captured and
They've been leaving billboards around the kingdom that says
Well, I
1, 2.
think if Prince Aaron was held hostage to try to manipulate the Prince Consort
says-
to do something that is unjust,
1,
he
2.
would allow his cousin to die.
Traitors are you. 3, 4. Liars no more. 5, 6. Your death is fixed. They're trying to decipher
Sorry,
this.
I didn't know there was a meeting.
It must be Jasper.
I'm just trying to think of this from every direction. That seems one of the outside possibilities.
Well, to me, it doesn't make any sense.
The whole thing doesn't make any sense.
You don't give warning to people that you're targeting. It has to be something else.
Unless you
It would
are...
be precisely that.
No. No, I bought some.
got this today on my mailbox.
It's downstairs.
Are they threats against your life?
I'm sitting in front of Queen Daenerys. Her.
Mister, you can read it.
She's not here. There's a meeting happening. That's where she sits on the throne.
Alright.
Or is a meeting taking place? I'm listening in.
Alright, these notes are numbered as well, so I think it might just be a continuation number though. But I'll read them.
I
I'll
ask
read the
when you
numbers
received
anyway.
these, Lord Charles.
What?
What, Maester?
Oh, yeah.
Can I ask when you received those?
You got it
Was
what?
this recent, or was this
What did she say?
Was today.
over the last few hours?
No. What do you think about her?
I would say today in the morning.
Oh, thank you.
Alright. Alright, the first note says, while every kingdom is searching for her, it will be easy to get Lord C, Lord Charles, I assume. It will automatically get the blame. Duke D will be our bannerman, and will have no choice but to go to war. Our ties to Winterfell will make us the strongest alliance, and the Vale will be the first to fall. Storm's End will be the hardest to take, but our wolves are the strongest in the realm. We can place our people as lords in every kingdom, and the Iron Throne will be ours before the next storm. End of notes.
So, based on that information, it would seem to implicate the one central kingdom in Westeros that did not receive a billboard.
Yes, who else
Yeah,
has
seems-
wolves?
Just Winterfell and Stoneward.
King's Landing, Dragonstones.
Dragonstone.
Black. Dragonstone.
I
has wolves?
also,
Castle Black.
Oh, yes, I forgot. They're abandoned.
we found that note before I arrived on a boat that we destroyed. It has similar contents to what Alistair just read.
Can you read it out loud, please?
More information. Where'd that go?
This whole thing will be too easy. Duke D will believe whatever I tell him. It will be easy to pin the blame on King W. End of note.
King W. King Wiseman.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they want to blame the
D
Iron
would be-
Islands?
It's easy, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that doesn't make any sense.
Who do we have as dukes? That would be Duke T.
Darwin
Darwin.
Timbers.
Darwin, I suppose.
Yes.
Is Wiseman the first or last name of that person's name?
I only know about Wiseman.
Wiseman is the High King of Iron Islands. Stoneward and the Iron Islands have had conflict before, so that would give them additional reason to want to frame the Iron Islands.
Question
There's
still
a lot.
stands.
Okay.
Is Wiseman his
So-
only name?
I believe
Yes.
so.
Oh no. But this last letter says that person claims that whatever it says, Duke Timbers will support and believe. Am I correct?
Yes.
It did not say support. It just says that Duke D will believe whatever I tell him.
Mm-hmm.
There's someone
Saying
that
Duke Timbers is gullible.
the Duke. Is there someone that the Duke trusts very much nearby, Maester?
When is
Do you
that
know who put
manifestation
this in
on
your...
spec? Or you gave them already?
Do you know who put these in your... Or does anyone know who put these in your mix?
My one's apparently a man named Nicholas? I don't even remember.
That's
We
correct, my
found
lord.
a letter that... It's correct, thank you. That just said, check the mailbox on the top floor of Castle Rock for new instructions. And then inside there was those 3 letters. Still trying to find this man, to talk to him in person, but so far I have not been that fortunate.
Were the billboards already discussed? Cause I got one.
That's yeah. It's kind of that was the start of the
I
discussion.
did not get one yet.
Oh, sorry. Oops.
We're sort of relating the billboards to the notes and seeing what connections you can come up with.
Well, mine with a mark. That was my thing. I went over to Driftmark to see if Valeris was okay, cause he's like the man of Driftmark. But he wasn't home. But that was my... I don't know, I'm not really good with these things, so I tried, but he wasn't there.
The man with the mark is most likely Lord... Duke Timbers. He had a question mark.
Oh. Oh, okay.
I'm thinking that a lot of the evidence points towards Stoneward.
Sounds like a
But it's all circumstantial.
Exactly, and it's so easy pointing to them. It's so... You know, it's so easy. It doesn't make sense.
No.
Is there anyone who would want to bring down Stormlord for whatever reason?
You can name several kingdoms.
What if they're after Winterfell? If they can have Stoneward removed, Winterfell would weaken. Maybe that's the goal.
That's the thing, on my notes, they say they have a strong alliance with Winterfell. And they have a strong
Is everything okay?
I just returned from Iron Island. I didn't see a sign, but I couldn't find anyone to ask about anything.
That might be for the best, actually.
Yeah, but I saw no one while I was there, and no movement, no one doing anything, so either everyone is already gone or there was no one awake.
Well, no sign is something, I suppose.
But,
Maester, would
thank you, Fenris.
send a raven to Master Winland? Perhaps he should be here. He may have some insight.
Oh, no.
I would have assumed that he would have made his way here, seeing as most people were getting here. But yes, I will do that.
Winland. Oh, I'm gonna punch that guy. I might end up going to jail tonight. Especially if he says something.
So sorry. You go ahead.
I'm not sure if this has been brought up yet, but is it possible the raven I sent earlier about the threats made against Prince Aaron, the description of the man, could this tie into all this?
Well, the description of the man was in association with the second note
That was my
concerning 3 days' time. Is that the man you're referring to?
The man who was in our post office, and when questioned after going through all the mailboxes, he threw a smoke grenade and fled on a brown horse. He had short black braided hair, and he had civilian clothing with orange, white, and black colors. After he left, a note was found in Prince Aaron's mailbox. This is the second day he's received a threat against his life via mail.
I read the note earlier, and I spoke with Prince Aaron. We came to the conclusion that the person that wrote the first threatening letter was the same person that has written the threatening letter to Lord Mouser, as well as the one that I have in my possession right now that I'll read momentarily. But the follow-up note was written by someone else because the grammar is different and the spelling is a bit off.
What do you mean a bit off?
Well, basically it says, if I'm remembering, and this is going by memory, you have 3 days to leave Sunspear, or your live is a short one. As opposed to your life is a short one.
But the spelling was all right. Maybe.
Yes, the choice of words was not correct. Yes.
All right.
Interesting. Okay, so that would be Storm's in.
And one of our knights received this letter. It's a 2-page note. Page 1 reads, "Make it look like the II. Here's one of their swords. Being the weakest kingdom, everyone will be willing to rally against them. They wear black and orange. Make sure you get seen in their colors." Page 2. "Say nothing if you get caught. Complete this and you will be rewarded with a lordship of your own choice. The war is won." Or correct, you will be rewarded with a lordship of your own once the war is won. And the weapon that was provided was a green quality weapon, painted in the colors black and orange. Which, if I saw a weapon, let me grab the weapon and double check that. I did not think to see that. I'll shall return shortly.
Jasper, have you traveled to Stonewall?
Yeah, I spoke with them just to like try to smooth over the situation with Tomasz and Evelyn. I guess the person that initiated it is going to try to talk to Tomasz and apologize and such. I still am not happy with them, and she understands that, as she was quite rude to me, but I left in the situation.
Were they polite to you when you talked to them?
Yeah, I think they knew that. I think they know by now that everyone highly dislikes them, so they treated me like royalty, which is what I expected since they were so rude to me. So, yep.
There you go. That's good to know.
But I do have a question. It sounds like super easy. All these like clues left behind, like the person telling them like do this or do that. Like I don't know. It just seems too obvious. Like if people want things done, it just seems like, you know, you wouldn't leave notes behind, and I don't know, it just seems silly to me.
That was my thought. This has to be a distraction for something.
So yes, the sword did have a maker mark. but how difficult would it be to go to Magali and buy a weapon? I know before the storm, he parked his boat, moored his boat in Sunspear, and crafted swords for us. I was advisor of Sunspear. And seeing someone from Storm's Inn or someone from the Iron Islands.
I feel like there's something obvious that we're all missing. Think of it.
Well, if it's a code, you can be sure that only the recipients have the breaker.
Okay, so
well, maybe it is as simple.
While every kingdom is searching for her, it will be easy to get Lord C. It can be Lord Charles Me. The other Lord starts with Helium. Lord Commander, I don't think so. Lady. Our islands will automatically get the blame. Duke DU will be our bannerman, and it will have no choice but to go to war. The conclusions I take from this is, some will try to take Castle from me, take the power, and by doing so they'll have Timberland on their side automatically. Any questions still here?
Who's the female that could be taken?
From our discussion this morning,
Look for.
From the discussion this morning, we kind of came to the consensus that the most likely person that the entire realm would be searching for if she went missing would be Little Princess Hira.
This is why kids are a pain in the ass.
Why would that tie with me?
Oh.
While every kingdom is searching for her,
okay,
it will be easy to get Lord Charles.
Excuse me, Lord Malstar, can I say something?
Go ahead.
Earlier, when you were with the children, Tysenian was there at Casterly, and he was asking to speak to Duke Timber's daughter for some reason. I believe he said Aaliyah too.
Alira?
So that seems, yeah, it seems kind of odd.
Do you know if he was alone or he had anyone with him?
It was him, and I believe it was 2 women and another gentleman. I'm not sure of their names though.
Okay. Thank you, Slash.
Oh no, Mr. Carl.
Oh my.
Oh, sorry.
I'm tired. Put him on a table.
Oh, thank goodness, Valeris.
I have a feeling I have to place more seats. You can have my seat if you like.
Oh no, it's fine, it's fine.
Please have a seat, Valeris.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I insist.
No, everyone sit down, please, please.
Very well.
I assume you've seen your new billboard.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Someone's an atrocious rhyme maker. So are we all the people that are gonna die then? Is that what this is?
Well, eventually we all will.
Well, yeah. Vala
Good
Morgulis.
assumption, Maester. I don't know, this may be important or no, but my daughter told me that one of these days she was at Storm's End with Tysinian and he showed him some sort of a secret room. And by accident she read one of the notes and she found it really peculiar because she told me it looks something like High Valyrian, which doesn't know how to read. And she just said it has some sort of 2 words. But she can't tell me what it was. She doesn't know how to read High Valyrian. She knows more or less what it is, but she can't put it all together and say the words. I don't know if this may help or anything.
Can you tell where this was written?
Secret room that Tyson has in Storm's End.
Speak High Valyrian, Low Valyrian, as well as a bit of a couple other languages.
But I was saying to the other maesters, we're trying to figure that out. A note that I got today, Valeris. The first one says, while every kingdom is searching for her, it will be easy to get Lord C, which will be me, or Lord Carhillion. Our islands will automatically get the blame. Duke Darwin will be our bannerment, and we'll have no choice but to go to war.
Well,
we are trying to dissect these letters. Go ahead.
Where do you have the letter on you?
I can show you.
Has anyone here read this? Or shall I read this out loud?
They all know. They all know. We're just trying to dissect one by one.
Well, I don't know what to say. I think we're missing something.
Well, it says 2 will automatically get the blame.
We read that as being Iron Islands, the initials. 2. Why?
Well, there's a 1 in. Oh well, I guess it could be a note number. I guess automatic will be abandonment and war. Well, that means that obviously they're going to try and take out whoever. The Lord C is obviously you. At that. Ties to Winterfell will make us the strongest alliance. They will be the first to fall. Take, but wolves. Well, it's pretty obvious where this is coming from then.
Well, that's the weird part. It's how obvious it is.
Yeah. It's too obvious.
Oh.
Welcome, Agatha.
Hello, Agatha.
Please have a seat.
Thank you.
Do you mind if I take notes back?
We're sort of spinning our wheels here.
I guess that's Duke Darwin's wife.
Does anybody need any refreshment?
Oh no, I'm fine.
I'm good.
The only slightly common thread I'm hearing through all of this is Storm's End and Tysinian.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
And they would definitely benefit from framing Stone Ward. They would benefit from also framing the Iron Islands. And they would benefit from keeping all of the other people busy with all of these notes.
Doesn't tie that much with my letters, though.
No, not at all, actually. Tysinian would never be able to convince Lord Duke Timbers to do anything.
That as well.
Nope.
With the daughter.
And he said that he would listen and do whatever he said.
Well, that could blackmail.
Is
Some
there
sort of leverage you may have over him? Who knows?
Is there another Duke that has the
That would
initial
imply that
D?
it has already been attained.
Oh, it's only Duke Darwin. No, there's no one other Duke. But even though,
Yes,
Girl is a troublemaker. Girl is a troublemaker, correct?
What, Alira? She could.
She's just a normal child.
Could she be taken advantage of by somebody? Is she Duke Timbers'
Possibly.
adopted kid, or?
Oh no, she's legitimate. No, she's yes, she came from. Yeah. She does have a very close relationship with Tysinian, I've noticed. An unhealthy infatuation that worries me and Darwin.
Well, the fact is this: why is he spending his time with a child?
He's been doing the same with mine.
I'm not sure.
And not
Right,
just a
everyone
child.
spend time
Anytime
with
there's a
anyone.
child in Storm's Inn, he fawns over the children.
It's a bit creepy. Now,
Well-
one thing.
Huh.
What does everyone know of his father? There was never any proof of his death, correct?
From all accounts, that is
I
correct.
know of.
Right. So I would scarcely believe that he's gone. And hasn't
Yeah,
exactly
they've been
search parties looking for him.
Why don't we put one out then?
Well, I have to speak to Her Grace about that.
Ah.
Oh.
Well, you and all of us.
Say that again?
I'm sorry, you said you need to speak with the Queen?
I just need to speak with Her Grace in regards to that.
It'd be
Well,
amazing if
where-
they could get
where
away
is
from
she?
Going through that door.
That arrest warrant is still intact. As long as we don't have any evidence that he's actually dead, then he's still a wanted man.
That's true.
Correct.
Oh, I
And
still
I'm pretty sure we all know he's alive, so...
Right. So is no one sitting in this chair right here then?
Open chair right there.
You
Nope.
are.
I, as well as I think most of my brothers, would hazard making too many connections. such as putting this on someone who finds little ones entertaining, which isn't all that hard.
Well, when it's someone is the son of a man who threatened the lives of every child in this side of the world, this part of the world, my children as well, things are a bit different.
Is Tycinia
especially
his
considering
father?
he's
Are they the same people?
I don't know.
It would be hubris to think they are not acting in accordance with each other.
Just get a different view.
I spoke with
It
Tycinia
is
today.
an option, perhaps.
And I asked him what he would do if his father returned from the death. Some way I asked him that, and he said, well, my father wouldn't like my my reaction. It's not right if he actually pretended to die or commit suicide and is safe and sound. He hurt me. This is Tycinian's words. He said he hurt me a lot. He made me believe that he died, and now he comes back. He wouldn't like to be my reaction about it. So I don't know if this is just theater from part of Tycinian or if it's actually true.
See, but you can't make a sense motive roll on it.
Tycinian knows the situation with his father. He would never outwardly support his father unless he had the backing where it was acceptable to do so. He is a tactician, he is not stupid. You'll forget, Tycinian's father was a king at one point in time. He, as well as his father, know far too well the fact that when you play the Game of Thrones, you either live or you die. There is no middle ground.
That was a little obvious, but it was cool.
So I do not think it would be foolish to think that they would do whatever it would take, considering they want the throne.
An option, perhaps.
Well, there's
If
been
they
a lot
want
of
the
signs
throne-
pointing at the same direction for a very long time.
What if they just want revenge, not the throne?
That would make sense as to why there's signs everywhere instead of just outside of King's Landing.
Mm-hmm.
Backing up.
Well, if you
Well,
want to
as we were
start a
discussing
civil war-
earlier, the billboards and the numbered letters. 1, 2 traitors are you. No offense, Rez, but you betrayed Charlie. Charlie may possibly feel betrayed by Darvin if Darvin chooses to support the crown instead of him. So that could be those two names.
No, I'm pretty sure that number 2 is Typhoid because Dragonstone has the billboard as well.
Well, I'm number
I got
3.
a billboard and I don't have a number.
Yeah, but other than
Yes.
that, it's the only person you could think of that betrayed
Oh.
Charlie.
Oh,
is Typhoid.
goodness.
Another pass out, and
What is
face
wrong
plant.
with people falling asleep? Who's next?
Face plant.
Not me.
How's he taking him?
So and then 3 and 4 is the Duke here, Lord Eden.
Liars
And
no
that
more.
was, liars no more.
Not sure what that means. Stop moving, stupid mouse. Stop. Let go. Okay.
Perhaps he feels that they bore false witness against him in some manner.
But it's not written in that tense. It would imply that they're already deceased. Which they very well as well as we do know that's not the case. Which is why I think it's a pardon for some reason.
I don't know about that. I don't get a pardon out of that. liars no more. I get they lied, but they came clean is what I get out of it.
So you take it to mean they're not lying anymore.
Right.
Or what they lied about is out in public.
Right.
If they did lie.
I thought he passed out too.
Is there any other possibility on who might be placing these, if not the Baratheons?
Well,
my question.
the other option is someone who doesn't like Stonewall, which is a lot of people.
Yeah.
This dude.
But then continue on 5 and 6. Death's a fix. Meaning
Death's a fix.
the queen and prince consort's death will fix something.
Or meaning that the death is fixed. It's a fixed event. It's sure to happen.
And a new guy. And 2 new guys. And, oh, let's doofus bag. Doofus
Jaden?
bag.
Yes.
Really need to get more chairs. Really?
I'm just here for the party.
Come in. Mr. Winland, please have a seat.
The only thing that even slightly makes sense is this is all simply to make Stoneward look like they're committing treason. It's the only thing that even slightly makes sense to me, is that this is an elaborate game to try to get them caught up in looking like they are committing treason, to get them out of the way, to get revenge.
Duncan, I assume you saw a billboard outside of Dragonstone?
No, I didn't. What did it say?
It would have been the same billboard outside of King's Landing here. 1, 2, liars are you. 3, 4, or excuse me, 1, 2, traitors are you. 3, 4, liars no more. 5, 6, death's a fix.
So it is a hit list.
And then, what's the last bit? Man with the mark, best hide in the
dark.
Who's number 2? Have we figured that out yet?
Not yet.
Rez thinks it's
Fantastic.
Typha.
Either Typha or
That's all
Richard, but
me.
I just checked for Richard's pockets. He doesn't have any notes.
What about
with it,
Carhillion?
so-
Who do we think left the letters?
Well, it could have been any number of people who left the letters, but the real question is who originated the letters.
So anyone who's not number 2 could have written the letters.
I'm not the number 2.
Since we don't know who number 2 is yet, you think he'd let us know? They did such a good job dropping the other notes.
Could number 2 be the writer?
Well, if it was an assassination list, why would the writer put themselves as number 2?
It's not an assassination list.
Because if they were going down the list, once they killed themselves, what's the point of the remaining numbers?
You can't get it.
I'm being somewhat sarcastic there, but, just to illustrate the point that it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to put your own name on the list unless it was last.
Wouldn't make any sense to make a list to begin with.
I agree with the Maester.
But once again, it ties in with this person seeming to want to play games. Not just the Game of Thrones, but the games with people's minds.
Wouldn't the numbers just be a joke for these stupid rhymes that he just made on the billboards? And it's not
I think that's a
actually
valid
hit
thing.
So you think
Anyone
it's just
in their right mind would never make a list.
Well, I am curious about one thing. We have representatives from essentially all the kingdoms here, except for one.
Who's that?
The Iron Islands?
Well, actually a couple. Iron Islands, obviously, they have no maesters. They, as far as I know, not on the list.
Not a maester meeting. Just happens to have some maesters in it.
Yes. No one from Stoneward is here. They did not receive a billboard. However, Storm's Inn says they received a billboard, but they had torn it down. But they had a representative here at the inquiry as to what's going on. Which I assume this is essentially what it is.
It gives you know who. The next spot up. Seems awfully convenient.
Excuse me.
Oh, I am.
Are you alright, Agatha?
A little bit. I have.
Duchess, yes.
Just a little shaken. That's all.
You're right.
I must again advise against speculation without... I know this is all speculation, but until we come up with something more concrete, we shouldn't be saying this person because they have a bad background.
Say we don't know anything about anything at this point. It's just
Hey,
numbers on
Right,
numbers.
which is
About
what
the
I was
numbers,
saying earlier.
my idea goes to whoever is doing this. First thought, I'll just send these random numbers, so at the end I can do this stupid rhyme. That's what my thoughts are going now. I don't think it's an it list. It would make 0 sense, so
Well, it isn't how I would do it. And I assure you that I would assume that anyone at this table, if they were going to make a hit list against 6 people, they wouldn't make a list and give it to them.
exactly.
It's silly.
That's what leads me to think that this whole thing is just to make Stoneward look bad.
I was kind of toying with that idea myself. The Pride Day event that was interrupted by Stoneward could have been a ploy. The memos which were distributed to people, not necessarily at the Pride Day event, but were distributed intentionally to elicit a reaction from Stoneward, knowing that they would react most likely in a poor manner, and then sending out letters that would implicate them in some greater plot. When
my understanding is
most
that
of the
Mr. Manubis only made one of those letters. If these were being distributed en masse, then somebody else has replicated them.
Yes, taken and copied it.
That would have to be somebody in Storm's End. Once again, Storm's End comes up over and over.
Yep. And so does Stoneward, so does Casterly Rock, so does Timberlands.
Well, no, in
Sorry about that.
In every circumstance, either Stoneward or Storm's End is somehow tied in.
Storm's End. We just
If
can't
I may,
stop.
I am hesitant to outwardly believe any notes that directly say what they want to achieve. So I would suggest caution in believing the fact that perhaps maybe Stoneward is not the one doing this, and perhaps some entity is trying to get them to fall for it.
Yes,
Because
that's what I was
saying-
trying to say. I was just going to say, good morning, sunshine.
Thanks, Guy. Appreciate it.
Okay, what would be the best way to take away the eyes from me? Wouldn't it be saying, let's say, I'm just gonna use names so it's easier. I'm sorry to be yours, Mr. Windlin, but I have a greatest thing for you. I would say Mr. Windlin wants bad to Mr. Carl, but it's actually me. But Mr. Windlin, the letter that would indicate it's Mr. Windlin would also indicate that it's me that wants bad to Mr. Carl. No one suspects it's me. No one suspects with Mr. Windlin, even though the truth is there. Is it easier to make this? Do I need to explain?
No one else, as far as I understand, has an alliance with Winterfell. If you're referring to your notes.
What I'm referring is to Iron Islands in two different notes. The first one is about the swords. It's to blame the Iron Islands. The other one is referred to me to also blame the Iron Islands. But if the Iron Islands were sending these notes, we would never look at them, right? Who would be stupid enough to put the blame on themselves?
Has anyone gone to the Iron Islands? Perhaps I missed that part of the conversation.
I went today,
It was a desert.
but yeah, no one was there. I left a note for Kaya because I missed her, and I said that we should catch up over tea, but no one was there, so...
I was there the other
Does it
day,
make any sense?
and I got a tour from Damien, their builder. But it was pretty quiet.
I've had a
Well,
number of
that
dealings
should
with
be
High King
one of
Wiseman
our-
before. I think I could approach him with his point of view.
I think there's more information in the final line. Man with a mark, best hide in the dark.
Could be that we're just making a mountain out of a molehill. This
I
is just
second
notes and billboards.
Agreed.
They're death threats. Why? Death threats against those that serve the people of
Their
Westeros.
numbers
I
not
scarcely believe
Duke Valerian.
are molehills.
Here, there's
Yeah,
speculation
Mister,
that
with
they're
all
death threats.
respect,
Duke Valerian.
Mister, with all
think
respect, on
death
my
as a
note
fix
clearly
is
says
pretty
someone
clear.
wants to take Castle Rock.
You had one not so long ago, Lord Charles, that said you would be dead in 8 days, and or 7, or whatever it was. But that time has passed. It's not the first threat you've received. I'm
Said
not
death as a
saying that we
fix
shouldn't
seems pretty
consider them.
threatening to
I'm
me.
just saying that perhaps they're not quite as
Someone open the door,
important
please.
as we're making them to be.
You alright, Valeris?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm fine. I was having trouble hearing you. That's all. So I
Alright.
figured I'd walk closer so I can hear you better. Everything alright out there?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's more.
I need a moment in my...
Maybe there's more to that last line. Man with the mark, best hide in the dark. Maybe that speaks to something. It's not been spoke of very much since I've been listening.
It
Seems
seems
to
to
got a
be.
question mark. Yes.
Oh. That, well, Darwin got a question mark letter and not a number, so yeah, maybe that's it.
Right, that's what I
It
was going to say.
Seems to
I
me like
think it would be.
they're trying to tell him
Yeah.
to stay out of things. Not a threat like the other ones are.
But then that's the other letter that just say he'll believe on everything I'll tell him.
Yes, Mr. Ollivander, do you still have that note that Duchess Agatha could read?
Yeah.
Huh?
Some of these things could not be connected as well. Could be 2 or 3 instances
we found
here.
this on a boat that we were destroying near Sunspear.
Yeah.
Right before I came here.
This doesn't have to be one person making the notes. Could be many.
Oh.
Should suspect one person.
There could be
This
one
is the
group
second
going
time
after
in this
the
conversation
have
that
that
we're spinning our wheels.
If the Duchess
Well,
will.
I would
Perhaps we
suggest-
should,
I would
perhaps we
suggest
should
King's Landing
adjourn
to do
and gather more information. And then come back again at a later date.
Could
I
do that.
agree, but for that I would suggest King's Landing to compile all the information with all the notes and try to read them in separate ways, not try to associate notes with notes. Because I believe with so much talking we're already messing notes with notes and thinking it's the same person when it's probably a different matter.
King W, that's the one from Iron Islands, right?
Wiseman, yes.
Yes.
Wiseman, okay.
I do agree with the Grand Maester. We are just sitting here and going in circles.
Instead of
We
talking
did that
about
when-
what could be, why don't we go and track it down instead?
Maesters, if you don't mind, thank you all for your help and for staying here, but I have a kingdom to run. If you have any news, please send a raven to Melbus or a runner to Castle Rock. And I'll be here as soon as I can.
Of course, Lord Charles.
Excuse?
Thank you, everybody.
Good night,
Be
Charles.
Farewell.
So this boat that this note was found on, was it
Thank you.
a bland, plain boat, or did any special...
Thank you.
Thank you. Typha?
I don't know who that was.
I was just leaving.
Hello, dear. How are you?
Well, I've been trying to find you. I was
Is it
just
over?
leaving. Now you're making me go up there again. No, I was just getting a little bit bored, but because we're not going anywhere. But at least with you here, it's another brain to think. Sorry guys, if you guys need to go ahead to Castley, it's totally fine. I'll stay for a little longer.
I'm with you.
Very well.
Alright, well, let's go. Let's go, Typha. They'll brief you with everything.
I don't understand how Duke Timbers is involved in most of this.
Typha!
Did it break up, Dunk?
My husband's pretty nosy.
Do what?
It's where
No,
Illyria
but
gets
he's not powerful.
What breakup?
He's a dude.
Whatever the hell's going on that has every bloody animal known to humankind here.
But his dukedom.
Well, we can talk about it.
In the center of the entire
fucking rushed.
Westeros.
If you ask me.
Hey, Duncan.
Shouldn't have happened
I
today.
understand that, but there's easier targets.
Excuse me?
He's not riled anyone. He's no political
As
threat.
far as we know.
Anyone can be pissed off about anything.
Duchess, that is yours. Well, of course, but
Got a lot to get filled in on.
Duke Darvin's name has come up several times in these conversations. It doesn't make any sense.
We need to talk.
He's not stirring the pot.
Only when this is over.
That we know of.
No problem.
Well, if I don't know about it and you don't know about it, and Duke Valerian doesn't know about it, then nobody knows about it. He's not doing it. It's
Well,
impossible.
you see what you just said right there. If Duke Valerian
Doing
doesn't know about it, that's the thing. The fact that I'm one of the people that would know is probably why he's got these threats. I have number 3. There's been the numbers given out all around. His association with me and the crown could perhaps cause him to be in line of fire, so to speak.
Perhaps, though,
friends.
if people are targeting the friends of you, they would target the Duchess. She's your family. They're not going to target the Duke.
Typha, did you ever get a letter with a number on it?
I have gotten no letter, but I had some foolish. Oh, did I?
No, you did
Then
not.
where is
I
this
checked your
doc?
mailbox when all this happened.
Or Jasper.
I just
You
checked
alright?
it and I saw nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing there. I checked it when all this went down.
I just... This is... It's a
There's
little
some
hard for me
foolish
sometimes.
poem outside, though.
Yeah.
I can tell
Almost
you
every
everything we
kingdom
need to know,
has
but
that.
I'm not talking about
I'd like to tell you it gets
All this
easier
stuff
by
in the room.
age, but
That's fine. That's fine.
it really doesn't.
Well,
Mr. Carl, don't forget your little friend on the floor.
we knew it would
Just like
happen.
to tell Cordelia, Charles,
There's no-
Typha, the Lady Commander, and Jasper's going to be number 2. They didn't give us number 2 for a fucking reason. They want this to happen. They want us to start suspecting each other.
Who's number 2?
All
We
we
don't know
know is
number
number
two.
2
You may
is
want to see
traitor.
this.
It reminds me of a prank where you take 3 Phiomias, number them 1, 3, and 4, and let them go in somebody's keep, and they spend a long time looking for 2.
Yes.
I think.
This list doesn't make sense. There's no way that someone's
Looking-
going to start at 1. They're going to start at 6.
It doesn't
It's the
matter
only
where
way
they
it makes
start,
sense.
honestly. The
Unless
whole
Darwin's
point
7.
is that we have someone who is calling traitors. We know who that someone is. The only person alive here in Westeros who has any issues with any of us and the crown as a whole. It's a Baratheon.
Oh, gods.
I don't know which one, but there is the only person that I have an issue with, or who would cause to have issue with me or mine. Am I not mistaken? Can anyone here name another person, other family, who would target multiple people in this way and call us traitors and oath breakers?
I didn't see Oathbreaker anywhere.
Exactly.
Or liars no more.
Just because we can't name them Taifa doesn't mean they don't exist. If anything, it would highlight how disconnected we are from these potential people. The crown has been slightly quiet of late.
Winland,
You may want to see
I
this
value
letter
your
that I got today.
judgment, your age, and your intelligence. But there are some things which we cannot afford to pussyfoot around.
You tell him.
I'm not saying you should ignore the Baratheon. I'm saying that you shouldn't put blinkers on.
Blinders, not blinkers, blinders.
There are no blinkers here. But let's call a spade, honestly. We
There's
move
also
forward.
The possibility, which a number of us think is a chance that this is all simply to make Stoneward look like traitors.
Well, where is
That
Stoneward?
somebody may be taking advantage of the situation to bring an end to that house. By
Well, where is
taking
Jack?
advantage of something.
But I'll head to Stoneward and see if I can find anyone.
I got that today.
Alright.
We went into it yesterday.
Go unarmed, pull your helmet off, and ask Jack that I wish to personally speak with him. Request, please, as a friend.
Yeah, I'm actually
in my name.
fairly good friends with him anyway, so.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
that shouldn't be a problem
This
at
is
all.
not any sort of demand, but I would like to speak with him, obviously.
Of course.
All right, let me look
I'll,
at this
fix him
quickly.
as soon as I-
Duchess.
All right,
call this
Charles, where
meeting
did you
too
get these
soon?
notes?
Oh, my mailbox. This morning.
That's true.
Do you have... What's the context? They just showed up. You have had no contact or any odd conversations with anyone.
Al? Do you know the name of the person that found the letters?
Yes, my lord. Nicholas from the Vale. He had received a note, apparently. I'm not sure where he got his from. I'm assuming it's his mailbox, but I don't know for sure. It led him to... his clue was there's a mailbox on the second floor at Casterly or something near that. There is one mailbox on the second floor of our mailroom, and I believe all three of those letters were found there. Is that correct, my lord?
Alright, well this clearly leads us to Eden and Holly, who we must also speak with. Whoever wrote this note is claiming deep ties with Winterfell. But with the love they have for the crown and for the highly transient nature of most people within Winterfell, they weren't here for the siege. They weren't here for the fall of Winterfell, just as none of them were here for the fall of the Vale. We will not let that happen again. No one will be let out in the cold, and no one will be without support. I have 3 nights at my disposal. My 3 nights will be patrolling here at King's Landing and at Dragonstone. Who else is without a contingent of strength in their knights and their hunters?
The Vale.
Jasper? I'm
Yeah,
not sure
I
what
have
your knight
one.
count is like now.
I only have one at any time, and my hunters are still getting together, and they're trying to work together. But I don't have many people to man my
Jasper,
people.
I have...
Patrol the Vale.
Jasper,
No, but
I have
you have
4
the
knights
strongest
and 9
key.
hunters.
And
I'll
you
send
have
them out to
friends,
the Vale.
Jasper. You have
I
strength
just
in
don't want it to happen
Westeros.
like last time. I can't lose it again.
I understand, Jasper. And that is why I'm collecting our strength here. Because if we all know where our strengths lie, and what kingdoms and bannermen are weaker, we can all move to support them as we can. Castle Rock is strong, that is true. Timberlands, what have you two?
We have 2 knights and a handful of hunters. We don't have much for defenses, ballistas. We do have good Kentros and Calicotheriums, so I think we're pretty well off. So if Jasper needs a hunter or a knight, then I can send one up.
I just don't feel safe. Like, I feel like Charlie's gonna come to me because he knows that I can't pick a side, and I don't want to side with someone that wants to mean ill intent for other people and kill them.
We're in the most defensible place in the entire Westeros. If you don't want to pick a side, you can block it off.
I just have a lot of friends and I don't want to become super isolationist, but I care about my people a lot in the Vale, of course. He hasn't reached out to me, and I'm very scared if he does.
And the drama.
And then you tell him what you just told us. He knows you're a sensitive
Leave
soul,
your-
Jasper.
Your first role is to your people. The advice I would give you.
He said Polaris outside.
Yes, Sir Tysinian has arrived.
Oh, this is interesting.
Storm's End, welcome.
Thank you, Auntie Typha. I mean, Your Grace. Hello, everyone.
That's fine, love. Well, come ahead.
Yes, of course.
Who is your maester currently at Storm's End?
Maester Maneuvers, but he has, he just recently, just a few hours ago, had to depart to the Citadel for a lecture that he was, preparing for. He will be gone for about 10 days, but he has sent ravens out to all the maesters, I believe. Maester Winlin and the Vale have kindly, wanted, and with Lord Jasper's blessing, to aid us when we are in need of maester aid.
Good, that would be my next question. Lovely, thank you very much, both of you. Of
course.
Right now, all we can do is count our strength. Because as a whole, we are all strong, and we're all stronger when we all support each other. These fear tactics are meant to do nothing but divide us. They're meant to do nothing but have us poking fingers at everyone. But we can't do that. Because the minute we start pointing fingers at people, we make ourselves weaker. We have to concentrate on making everyone strong. Concentrate on putting all of our information in the hands of our maesters so they can disseminate it amongst the Maester College. Information right now is our biggest protection. And being prepared and knowledgeable on information as quickly as it happens. Does anyone have any comments?
Actually, I do, if I may speak freely.
Of course. Anyone can, I just happen to be speaking. Everyone shut up when I talk. Amazing.
Well, two things. We...
Good.
For good reason, trust. But,
Mira, what are you doing? You can't hear through these doors anyways.
When I was...
Nope, they keep doors, you can't hear through them. Too big.
Well, as I was saying, was that the signs, ours just came up, but Sunspear, I sent a rider to see if Prince Martel had received one, because he had asked me, he had told me to let him know if we had received one. So when I got home, I was informed that we had received one. And Prince Martel has informed us that he has not received one. There have been letters apparently sent to lots of different keeps about numbers and things of that nature, but we have not received any such threat. I with respect, of course, checked Lord Carhillian's mail, as well as his betrothed at the time, Lady Xena. They had no threats. Nothing of the sort, no funny messages, neither did I. But, in-house speaking, there is a man named Rowan. He received a letter from a man named Blade. I don't know this man, but he's at King's Landing apparently. The Maester has a copy. The letter says something of the sort where, if you can do what you need to do, and once the war starts, something about war starting and him helping with war starting. I brought it up to the Maester, and we have been dealing with it in-house wise, but seeing as with the recent events, I thought it'd be wise to at least keep everybody appraised. Again, Rowan might just be receiving this letter with no knowledge, as he did tell me about it. Or maybe something else, I'm not sure. But a man named Blade talks of the word war and things of that nature. So that...
He hasn't been seen awake in quite some time. We've been looking for him.
Okay.
So this man is real
Another
then?
piece to the puzzle.
Yep, Talon told me about him. Well, Charles Talon, one of them did yesterday.
Are you saying Blade hasn't been awake?
He was awake just not long ago.
Exactly.
He has been awake, Commander. According to the letter, he has been awake. I'm not suggesting you're lying. Just might not be fully informed about it.
Typha, can you take these before I run to Stonewall real quick?
Alright.
Very well.
You're in the city more than I am if you see him. Kick his fucking teeth in and drag him in the dungeon. What he's got.
Just two?
Yes.
I'm gonna give you
Back
two as well,
shortly.
Typha.
Alright. Well, with the notes and the confusion and the misleadings, it's clear that war is coming. And all we can do is prepare and keep each other informed. Because to sit here and jump to conclusions that have no merit will only serve to frighten people and to put them off their guard. So all I can say is prepare your warriors with the strongest weapons. Yes.
They're only notes. There's no indication of war from them. People
They are
look at
only
numbers and
notes.
they're making something of it. But
With the
doesn't mean
the
it's
notes
true.
And the signs and the information that Tysinian has brought us, it is clear that something large is on the horizon. To ignore these and to write them off as foolish or just someone's prank would be a mistake.
Well, I'm not saying write them
You
off. I think we should be on our guard. However, we don't know there's anything there outside of words. I think it's important that we keep that in mind.
But it's better to prepare for the worst and
Prepared
be
is to be
Uh-huh.
forewarned.
I
So,
agree, brother.
as I
We
was
should
saying,
be prepared.
everyone
But we should always be prepared. This doesn't change anything.
Everyone should outfit your knights in the strongest weapons. Start stockpiling food, arrows of all sorts. And keep your eyes open. Start setting your knights on patrols. Question people that you see that you don't know on your lands. Be wary. Don't be paranoid, but be wary. And most of all, if you find yourself alone, make sure you know where the nearest place to be safe is and how to get there from where you are.
That's kind of
The best is not to travel alone.
And carry flares.
There's
Indeed.
something that I think you may be overlooking. While we are arming our knights and preparing for the worst, there's going to be some significant event that happens to start this war. So, who's it going to be then? And are we just going to let that happen?
We don't know yet. We have no solid evidence.
Prophesizing a
from
war
these
based on notes
knights.
and billboards.
From these notes, we have no place to start past speaking to Jack and Stoneward and Eden and Holly and Winterfell, as Stoneward is conspicuously absent, and
I don't believe they
Winterfell as
were
well.
asked to come here besides your sending of him.
Am I supposed to be picking this up? Who's throwing things at me?
I don't think they have a sign in front of their gate either.
No, they did not.
Neither does Castle
Like I
Black.
said,
To be fair, Sun Spear also doesn't have a sign. Just to be aware.
No one would war with Castle Black. That's foolishness. They're our first line of defense.
Against what?
But
Grumpy
the
Lions?
case
I'm thinking
is
about it
that
now.
everyone should be should be told about this. Everyone should be preparing because we are all loyal kingdoms within Westeros. They have all bent the knee. They all have sworn themselves to the crown. And thus they all should be told what's going on. Have them an active maester or not. Everyone should be told. For all we know, they've had notes and they just don't have anyone here. We don't know. We must speak to them of it.
Can someone open the gate? Any news if you have, please send a runner or a raven to Castley.
I certainly will,
How long
Charles.
will you
Thank
be
you.
awake, Lord Charles?
I don't think he
Good.
heard you, Duncan.
So if we do find any new bits of information, who should we report it to first?
No one there. What about through here? No one there. No one there. And in here? Nope, just a pile of poop. Okay. What about over here? Or under there? No. Absolutely no one here. What about on the side? Anyone over here? Nope, need treaded on a sturdy thingy. Yeah, I'm coughing.
Hello?
Hello.
We're trying to get out to get to our mounts.
I've got it.
Thank you.
Is everything alright with you, miss?
She's playing hide and seek.
Oh. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Hi.
You as well, mate.
Oh, look who's there.
Reggie,
Reggie
how
the
are you?
man.
What's it?
What in the 7 kid? Why am I getting my cat out?
Well, I had to give up my hiding spot. This way I can go let them out. It's not fair.
What?
Yeah, another level.
Right,
Can I,
okay.
like-
Now you can help me find the kid.
Dad, what is wrong with the people here, jeez? Dude, I can tell that these people here are like...
You probably would be too if you had to watch kids all day.
He is a good point.
I'm exhausted and I was watching grown-ups. You know when you go to a meeting and you just can't go forward because your boss is not there? Tells you go forward, so you just keep saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
I'm gonna take it that means the queen didn't wake up.
Yes. Okay, I need some nicotine for my brain. Give me a second.
Alright.
So we aren't any closer than we were earlier. We are just where we are. So we're going to head back. I'm going to go ahead and stop my stream, and we're going to pick up on this tomorrow late, maybe, if I'm able to. I'm going to be busy most of the day tomorrow and most of the day Sunday, but we'll be around. We got 2 more hours in, so this 16.5 is done. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Peace.